JQ from OnlyFins Bass Fishing, Oklahoma. Today we're making some weedless Midwest Finesse Ned rig hooks. These are weedless Ned rig hooks that are good for fishing in any type of cover, especially where the normal Ned rig hook would get snagged. The Victory style hooks that we use is the 1-0-777s. They are a really sticky hook. They are an offset EWG, so that way it makes it so you can hook the worm up and you can hook it up weedless, Texas rig style. And don't worry if you ever forget the name of the hook or the model or what size hook it is, it's always on the side of every mold. For this particular mold, every weight uses the same size hook, number one. All you need is the mold, some lead, and some hooks, and you're ready to go. But before that, let me show you the difference between a regular Ned rig and this weedless EWG Ned rig. So this is a normal Ned rig hooked up normally. As you can tell, the hook is exposed, and on the EWG one, the hook is not exposed. This hook right here being exposed is gonna really get you caught in everything. While the other one is relatively weedless. You can get through rocks, brush, and everything. And it really changes the locations you can fish this Ned rig without getting hung up. Now that I explained the differences between the two Ned rig hooks, we're gonna start making some. So we're gonna line up our mold here, put all the hooks in. The weights for the Ned rig start from 1/18 all the way to a 1/4 inch. So it goes 1/18, 3/32, 1/8, 5/32, 3/16, and then a 1/4 ounce. 1/4 ounce being the biggest one. We're gonna make every size hook on these, and I'm gonna put at least one pack on each size on the website. So that way you have a little bit of a choice of what size you wanna use. Each size has a different fall rate because each head is a different weight, with 1/16 being the lightest and 1/4 ounce being the heaviest. We're just gonna make sure we get these in the mold real good, real nice and straight, make sure they're all good. So then that way when we're ready, we close the mold and make sure that it closes and snaps all the way down and we don't have any gaps, and then we're ready for lead. This looks like we got it in there good, so we're gonna go ahead and close this up, and we're gonna heat up our lead and get ready to pour some hot lead. Once your lead's hot, you start pouring it out. You got to be careful when you do it. Usually you like to wear gloves. Sometimes I'm risky and I don't wear gloves, but you really should wear gloves whenever you're pouring hot lead. This stuff is like 600 degrees. Another reason to use gloves is because you're actually touching lead, which is toxic to humans. Once the mold is cold, then we crack it open and this is the results. As you can see, they came out pretty good. The only one that didn't fill out all the way is the 1/4 ounce. I'll have to redo it. It's not a big deal. So the next step here is to get them out of the mold. I like to use a pair of diagonal cutters and kind of work them out of the mold. Sometimes it's kind of hard to get them out. They're really stuck in there. You have to like hammer it down and get it out. Once you get them all out, you want to clip the sprue off using diagonal cutters. I use diagonal cutters, and then I use a pair of scissors to kind of get that little sprue off, and then I can use a file to file the rest of it off and get it ready for the powder paint. All right, now that we're done with that, our next step is to heat it up with the heat gun. We're going to heat it up for about 10 to 12 seconds, and then we're going to dump it into the powder paint. Swish it around, knock off the excess, and if we need another coat, we'll give it another coat, and then we'll knock off the excess. And then if it's a little dull, then you just put it over the heat again, and then it'll make it real nice, just like that. I'm going to continue making the rest of these, but then I'm going to show you exactly how we make our Ned worms. That way we can pair it up with this hook and it'll be a perfect match. I think the color today we're going to make is called Bullfrog. It's a combination of black, yellow, pigment, dark green glitter, and black glitter. After we get it in, we mix it all real nice. It cools down a little bit when you put all the stuff in, so you're gonna have to put it right back in the microwave and heat it back up. You wanna kinda get it around 350 degrees to 400, no higher than 400. And this is a really nice color. I mean, look at that. That is beautiful. There ain't nothing better than that. I'm gonna get a bunch of these on the website and a bunch of these injected right now, and then I'll show you the end result. We got a bunch of them done, and here they are. Man, it's a thing of beauty, especially when the light hits it. These should be really good for fishing during the summer and even the late fall. They are a really good finesse style bait. So let me show you how we get these on the hook. We start out here with our Ned rig worm and our hook. Then we want to just punch it into the end of the worm, just like that. And then we want to bring it all the way to the end towards the head. And then once we get to the head, we turn it around 180 degrees, just like this. And then once we got it through there, then we just need to find where it's gonna come through, the hook's gonna come through, and then punch it through. And then you Texpose it. So then your hook is into the worm. So now it's completely weedless. You're gonna have no problems fishing this without getting hung up. I hope you found this video informative. Hopefully you learned a little bit from it. Please like, share, and subscribe this video. I'm JQ from OnlyFins Bass Fishing, Oklahoma. I'll catch you on the next one. This is what YouTube thinks you should watch.